I'm gonna need to put my glasses on for this one. Hey guys, so we have an update on the Honkai Star Rail voice actor allegations. The voice actor we're talking about is Chris Voicey. I'm not sure how to say his name. We're not gonna learn how to say it today, I'm gonna be honest. He has been accused of SA as well as emotional abuse in the past. All of this kind of went down in 2019. You can check out my previous video if you want more details, but I'm going to provide an update to everything that's been going on. If you didn't watch my last video, to summarize, in 2019, Nintendo replaces Fire Emblem Three Houses protagonist voice actor amid sexual assault allegations. Game Informer got a statement from Nintendo, and Nintendo says, after assessing the situation, we decided to re-record the character's voice lines in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fire Emblem Heroes with another actor. What makes this a little confusing is the fact that two things were happening at once. He had broken an NDA by leaking his role in Discord, and he was having all of the SA allegations. Now, I'm saying allegations for legal reasons, but he did admit to them on Twitter. In a Twitter thread that was posted July 27th, 2019, he said, "Hello everyone, I apologize for my silence this past week. I have begun the next step in my journey to change for the better, to finally become a better person." He goes on to say, "I have returned to seeing my therapist and will continue on a more prominent basis. I will look into anger management as a separate mental health service. I have also for the first time been diagnosed by a psychiatrist and am currently taking medication. I also understand full well I do not blame anyone for viewing what I am sharing as some sort of damage control or PR stunt. I have crushed many people's faith in me, and this is the consequence I accept." Chris himself says that he is a not so nice person, but one thing I do want to point out is that a lot of this quote apology is focused on him and how it affected him and reasons why he might be going through all of this. It's very egocentric, which makes sense because later on in this thread he says, "I am massively egocentric. I consistently let my emotions run wild into uncontrollable anger. I obsess over the approval of others. I have pushed countless people away and hurt so many people I've cared about because of these things and more." When it comes to situations like this, I want everyone to know that it is not your place to forgive them. Now, if you don't care what they did in their past, that's a different story. But I don't think it's appropriate for anyone to be like, well, I forgive him, I've moved on. It's not your role or job to forgive him. You don't have the authority to give forgiveness because he's not the one who did anything to you. Sometimes it is just best to keep your comments to yourself. However, not everyone's going to do that. English voice actor for Sunny responds to Chris Noisey's controversy. "Hello, my name is Griffin." Again, I don't know how to say these names, so it's Griffin. I'm the English voice actor for Sunday in Honkai Star Rail. I wanted to make a post here regarding the Chris Noisey situation. Back in 2019, ex-girlfriends and former friends of Chris accused him of sexual, emotional abuse and more. Those accusations were responded to by Chris, who owned up and apologized to the things he actually did, while correcting the record for the things he did not do. No criminal charges have ever been brought against him, and over the past 5 years, Chris has struggled to improve himself and right those wrongs, while slowly trying to regain his ability to work again. During that time, Chris has earned the support of many of his colleagues, both privately and publicly. Griffin goes on to say, "If people hurt by Chris believe he is undeserving of forgiveness or that he hasn't changed at all, then that's on them. Some of these people have forgave him, some didn't. They have every right to feel how they feel, but that doesn't make it true, and it certainly doesn't give them the right to dictate whether or not Chris gets to work again." If you think this is bad, well, the voice actor Griffin put out an update where he actually doubles down on what he says. Hey guys, this is the last thing I'll say in regards to this post. Things have clearly gotten heated, and I wanted to clarify some things before moving on. First, I am not blaming the victims for anything. All I said is that it's on them whether or not to forgive Chris or believe he has changed for the better. However, I do not believe that they get to decide whether he works again or not. Surprise, victims actually don't decide whether or not someone gets to work or not. That would be the bosses. And if the bosses think it's bad to hire him, then I don't know, maybe it's bad to hire him. Doubling down is a very dangerous thing to do, because there's a very high chance that it will take the people who were just a little bit angry and make them furious. And what happens to voice actors that make fans furious? They get fired. Lost in Limbo put out a tweet saying, in light of recent events, we have decided as a team to not move forward with Griffin. They are deciding to not use his lines that were already provided to them. They say that the character will be recasted soon and will update you on this matter ASAP. One of the victims did come forward and put out something on Reddit. I'm going to read a little bit of it, but if you want to read more of it, I will put a link in the description. Chris went to therapy. He helped himself emotionally cope after the world rightfully saw his foulness. His apologies were first and foremost about his feelings, his life, and his career. He claimed to reach out to us only to have us call him out on his lie. A single action as a sign of atonement of his actions at the benefit of anyone but himself, his ego, and his career. So the victims were saying that he didn't do anything besides help himself. He went to therapy so that he can cope with being canceled, which makes sense because he said it himself that he's egocentric. My goal for this video is to help you make informed decisions. All of the information I found is public knowledge, and for legal reasons, I'm going to say that these are all allegations. If you want to watch the news live while it's happening, I do stream on Twitch and provide updates on everything going on in the gaming content creator gotcha space. I'll put the link in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.